Ladies and gentlemen, your host Ju here with you, and this program is brought to you by THQ, and I have a brand new match type that has never been done before, and unless everything goes well in this particular new match that we are about to do, it may be the only time you'll ever see it. Anyway, this is a Championship Scramble. The rules are, it is 10 minutes, it's a 10-minute time limit on the match. 2 superstars start in the ring, and every 2 minutes a new superstar enters the ring, according to a number drawn earlier this evening. If a superstar scores a pinfall or submission over another, he becomes the current champion. Whoever is the champion at the end of 10 minutes becomes the official champion. And it's for the European Championship. And for the champion, this is his toughest test to date. In fact, here is the champion right now. And you know what, folks? Pimpin' ain't easy, says the Godfather. Well, he is escorted by his entourage of ladies, as he is, as the kids say, getting jiggy with it. I can never understand what getting jiggy with it is. But you know what? That's what my son talks about, you know, especially ever since a song called Getting Jiggy With It came out. I think it was like 2 years ago that my son started singing that song, and, you know, that's the thing about kids these days. I don't know half the things they are doing, but you know what? I guess I can understand why my father never can understand any of the things that we did, that, you know, what I did in the 70s, you know, especially us kids of the 70s, you know. I mean, we used to go to the disco, and we used to dance until we couldn't dance anymore. You know, and now most, you know, kids, they just play video games for all I care. But, you know, as long as my son is happy, as a father, who am I to question my son to Jew 22? But you know what? That's beside the point. Godfather knows what he has to do, and it's going to be a tough test for him. Anyway, here comes the legend, not just in, you know, television, not just in the game show business, but in this business, the former 5-time world champion, Bob Barker. I mean, the man has won so many championships, aside from the World Championship. In fact, he's won championships we no longer have anymore. You know, we used to have a couple of other championships here or there, but, you know, we don't have those championships anymore. But the one championship, I think he did win it, if I'm not mistaken. I think he did win this championship. You know, it's been so long since he won a championship that I don't remember, sadly. But then again, like I said, I am getting old, so what else is new? So, the first 2 men are the Godfather and Bob Barker. They will have the toughest test because they have to go all 10 minutes. But for the Godfather, all he has to do is make sure that, 1, he doesn't get pinned, 1, he doesn't submit, and number 3, he has to make sure that no one else gets pinned or forced to submit, because if that happens, the Godfather will not be the champion at the end of the time limit. So for Godfather, all he has to do is survive. And if you're Bob Barker, you want to try to get rid, well, not get rid, but you want to try to get a pinfall or submission on the Godfather as soon as you can, because the more competitors that enter the ring, the more tougher it is for Bob Barker to win. Excuse me. Sorry. Had something in my mouth. Anyway, right now the Godfather, even if he forces Bob Barker to submit, that's not going to get him that's not going to get it done for him, because, well, he is the champion. But somehow he managed to escape that bear hug by the Godfather. In fact, that actually forced a young man who actually challenged the Godfather in a house show. A house show, believe it or not, is a untelevised show, and the Godfather defended it against a young up-and-comer, but the experience that the Godfather has at this point in his career, it was just too much. It was just too much for the kid to handle against the Godfather. He gave it a good go, but not good enough. And oh no, here comes Vince McMahon. And the fact is, both McMahon and Bob Barker are in the ring at the same time. And it looks as if he's going after Barker, is McMahon. Although I think he's just picking his spots, which I suppose that's not a bad idea. Whoa, what an STO on the Bob Barker. No, it looks as if McMahon is going right after the Godfather. Oh, I see what they're doing. I guess they figured that the Godfather's a bigger threat, you know, considering that, you know, he is close to 300 pounds, and he is the champion, so why not double team him? And then an STO right to the Godfather. And thrown onto the outside is the Godfather. Now, as far as the rules themselves, you can win by pinfall, you can win by submission, you can't be counted out, and you cannot be disqualified, and falls count anywhere. An elbow, and... oh, wait a minute! Oh, wait, McMahon is going right after Barker. I guess he just wanted to give him a cheap shot, huh? Oh, and a forearm right to the back of the head on a Bob Barker. Just cold-cocked him. And whipped into the post. But now McMahon goes right after Barker. And oh no, here comes Bradshaw. Now the thing about Bradshaw, he's close to 300 pounds himself, and is big enough and strong enough to take on the Godfather. But it looks as if he's going right after Barker. I mean, but then again, as far as Bradshaw is concerned, he's only going to swing at the one guy closest to him. I mean, he'll fight anybody. Wait. Oh, well, never mind. Bob Barker was well, actually, oh, never mind. Let's just move on. Well, the thing is, McMahon went for a pinfall cover on Bob Barker, but Barker kicked out. Ooh, and a shoulder tackle right to the Godfather to send him on the outside. I mean, this is pandemonium, folks. I mean, this is a 10-minute matchup. And so far, the title has not changed hands as of yet. So, if you're the Godfather, the fact that you're still the champion at this point, you know, has to be a relief. But if you're one of the 4 challengers that are going to be in this matchup, you might not like your wait a minute! No, broken up by Bradshaw. And then Bradshaw just used the steps onto McMahon. Oh, but McMahon just took the steps away from Bradshaw. No, wait. Barker took the steps from McMahon. Oh, but McMahon just beat him to the punch there. Oh no. Well, you know what? This is not the guy you want to see, especially as the number 5 entrant and the final entrant, Bowser. And now Bowser he'll go after anybody. I mean, he don't care who. I mean, he'll just go after anybody that's closest to him. Meanwhile, Bradshaw is going to fight McMahon. Ooh, and a nice neck breaker on a Bradshaw. Ooh, and rammed into the post was Bradshaw. And rammed again was Bradshaw. Wait, pinfall on the outside. 1, 2, 3! And Bowser just pinned Bob Barker. So now, with about 3 minutes to go, Bowser is now the European champion. But of course, the Godfather is going to get some revenge on Bowser. And Bowser just got sent into those steps. Now on the floor. Now, and a knee breaker onto McMahon. In fact, I mean, this match has been on the outside for the most part. But now you have Bob Barker going right after McMahon. And let's not forget the problems that these two men have had. Oh, and a spear right through the barricade onto McMahon by Barker. Unbelievable. 1. Nope, broken up by Bradshaw. Yeah, McMahon is finished. I mean, he's not getting up after what just happened to him. And I apologize for the brightness, folks. I apologize for that. And now Bowser's going to get a chair. Oh, but Bradshaw just took the chair away from him. Oh, Bowser took the chair back. But Bradshaw just landed a bulldog onto Bowser. I apologize, folks. I'll get this commentary righted. And then a clothesline onto the Godfather back inside the ring. Wait a minute. What? No. Kick out by the Godfather. Nope. A kick out by Bradshaw. So far, Bowser is the champion. All he has to do is make sure that he doesn't get pinned, he does not get forced to submit, and that no one else does it. And, uh-oh, wait a minute. The whole train onto Bob Barker. And, uh-oh, Barker is pissed. Wait, a pinfall. 1. Oh, kick out by Barker. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's it. So your winner, and the new European champion, Bowser. So, yep, Bowser came in as the last man to enter. I mean, he picked his spots. I mean, he pinned Bob Barker, got the pinfall victory, and all he had to do from that point on was to hang on to become the new European champion. So congratulations to Bowser. But folks, we still got more matches to come. Actually, we have the main event to come, actually. So stay tuned for that. It's coming up next.